KCAA.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Palmtrees in Progress presents on NBC, KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is the better half of the show. I'm sorry, Andrew Berkeley Big Dog Tavares. Hey. Let's see. There he is. Let's see. You there, brother man? We cannot hear you currently, but
How about now?
how about now? We can hear him. Hey, that was good. We always have
It's about damn time.
It's a Hey, Andrew, we saw you a little bit before the show, and you were getting it, man. Those dance moves. Me and our special guest of the show, our last minute guest of the show, were catching you bust some dance moves. Were you dancing the commercials?
I was trying to. I was trying to. I heard your voice. I was gonna say, what was that one commercial? I'm like, he's on the radio because he cares. But that was a great commercial you did there.
It was a Dogs World commercial. Shout out to Dogs World, sponsor of the radio station, and I used a Snoop Doggy Dogg sample for that one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So people who don't know,
So
and I'm stoked off it. I think I sent that commercial to a couple friends, like, hey, do you know do you hear what that sample is? Do you get it? Oh man,
How am I not supposed to get down to that?
Yes,
that was awesome.
That's a better question. That's a better question. Well, as always, we've got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be chopping it up, going over some news articles we skimmed and pretending to read, as well as talk about some of the most recent viral videos that we've seen. Sorry about that. But
Videos are cool.
videos are cool. But before that, we were gonna have our guest was gonna be the host of ATL show, but they weren't able to make it last minute. So shout out to Talon and Uncle Moan. They'll be on another time, but
We'll get them again. Yeah,
we'll get them again. But I wanted to say a little special shout out to our last minute pool that we got. I guess we could bring her on right now.
Bring her on.
Hey, I think you know her, Andrew. Abelina, is it Abelina? Is that what it is?
Is it pronounced Abelina?
It's definitely not.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
So it's not Abelina. Let's give her proper introduction.
Let's get her in.
Oh, it's Abigail. I usually go by Abby.
Said I'll take some hell, yeah. Said I'll take some hell, yeah. Said I'll take some hell, yeah. I get by with a little
We're bringing you on with this music.
friend. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help
I'm
from
awake.
my friends.
Nah,
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Now, ain't that right? Oh, our guest Abby was actually attempting to talk over. She didn't know that she didn't know that she was getting brought into the show with a proper introduction song. Shout out to Greaseball and Ascend Beats for that one right there. And Abby, you're back on the mic. You're hot. Let's go.
You're hot.
Okay,
You're
so
live.
it works now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that the music's gone, now that the introduction music is gone, you may speak.
Okay, so I'm not just talking to myself anymore.
Yes, like usual, like our usual conversations. Why don't you?
Definitely seems to be that way lately.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Say what's up, Abby.
Hello, I'm Abby. I am Erick's girlfriend.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. I didn't think she was gonna say that. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Save Your Soul.
Oh, wow. She's letting.
Oh,
I thought you were just gonna
did
not
I
say that
just
on the air.
ruin your game?
Yeah, now all my Instagram, all my Twitter followers are not gonna follow me anymore. Thanks for that.
Well, this is gonna be a great show.
This is gonna be a great show.
We're gonna hang out together.
Yes. We don't get to hang out enough. Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. So she was kind enough to be able to lend her voice and ears and feedback for some of the stuff we're gonna be hitting today.
I couldn't say no. He was on his knees. He had to beg.
Said, please don't let me down. I'm gonna let Andrew down, and then I can't handle that.
Eric on his knees. When isn't he?
Exactly. I know. I'm so sad all the time. So, Andrew, how have you been? Usually we catch up a little bit before we bring on our guest, but I figured I'd rather, since she's just here, just kind of staring at me, I might as well bring her on so she can, say something on the mic.
No, I'm glad you did. I'm
Yes.
glad you did. So she didn't just hear us talk and ramble without her. She was even laughing at us.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
man.
not going to do that now that she's already been introduced.
Mm-hmm,
But no, dude, I've been good. We just got to Long Island this week. So
wow. Our Mr. Worldwide. Where on the world is Mr.
Well,
Andrew Tavares?
Do you see I'm in New York City?
How's
I'm
the
in the
weather
city.
over there?
How is the weather over there?
It's humid. It's hot. I'm in a garage that it feels like it's 98 degrees in here, almost 100.
That's my favorite
Pretty
band,
hot.
actually. 98 Degrees. Do you remember when they had a collaboration song with Stevie Wonder at the end of Mulan? Believe in your trust in your heart. Believe in yourself. Yeah. If you,
It went just like that, right?
it's something just like that. I hope I didn't, get any copyright issues for that. But if you
Abigail,
stay,
does he do this often? He tries to attempt songs like that?
I don't know. I've learned to tune out little things like that lately.
Oh,
he's
this
he's got little quirks.
At least
I'm
you have
like
to put up with them.
I'm a hipster. I have quirks.
You have corks?
Corks.
Like wine corks?
Yes, yeah. I drink a lot of wine. Well, actually, the wine that I drink comes in a box, and I believe it's a bag inside of the box. The space bag?
Mm. Slap a bag? You like slapping the bag?
Slap in the back.
Slap
So
in the
where are
bass.
you at right now, Andrew? You
Slap the
said?
bass.
Slap in a bass.
Slap it a bass. Yeah, so now we're in Long Island right now. We were on the shore, and then we stayed in New York City for a little bit, and now
Jersey
we're
Shore.
visiting her family out in Long Island. So, yeah, dude, we're all over the place, and tomorrow we take off to Baltimore.
Oh,
We're
how?
going to visit her family down in Baltimore. But yeah, man, how about you guys? How's it out there? How's the West Coast?
Oh,
How's
it
the
is.
IE?
Yeah, the IE's popping as usual. It's been pretty hot still, about like probably hundreds or 98 degrees as well. My favorite band. But we went to Big Bear on, what was it, Saturday? No, we were out there Sunday, and oh man, we thought we were gonna escape the heat a little bit. It was like,
Nah.
it's probably about
Oh.
100.
It's probably just as
Well-
hot up there as it is down here.
True that.
Well, I mean, weren't you guys around a fire?
Oh, at night, you needed the fire at night. It was pretty awesome.
It cools down at night for sure.
No, I know.
We burnt some hot links. It was pretty awesome. Or cooked. I'm
Ooh,
sorry, I
some
cooked.
glizzies?
We
Yeah,
got
some
our little-
glizzy.
Little grill on.
I gobbled some glizzies. It was awesome.
We made a makeshift little skewer with our Jiffy Pop.
With the little Jiffy Pop handle. You know what I mean? It was pretty
That's
awesome.
the best popcorn. That's the best.
Hands down. I refuse to believe that someone's able to cook that popcorn without burning it. You know what I mean? I've never done it myself, so
I thought I did a pretty damn good job.
you did a pretty good job, but I can't. And you finessed it. You finessed it. Jeez Louise, she's pulling.
She's got
me-
the touch.
I
She's
know.
got the touch.
Jeez, she's calling me out on the
Oh,
air.
I'm so glad we have Abby on, because you know why?
Because why?
She has to tell the listeners about your guys' little
Oh,
pixie
before
story.
we get into the news.
Ooh.
Okay.
In the news, you got to
But-
catch up on that.
Yes,
That was a
yes.
little
I
side
did.
story.
Listeners of the show know that I teased about a story about how I was going to explain how I got kicked out of Pixel's bar in Riverside, downtown Riverside, off of like Mission or University is where it's at. Usually go over there, have a good time and all that. And so about 2 weeks ago, me and the Mrs. Abby, it was Abelina, you said? Me and the Mrs. Abigail were going we were like, oh, let's go out, have a couple drinks. And I was like, hey, let's be responsible. I'm going to grab us an Uber one way. And she's like, oh, I'll grab the other way. So we don't have to drink and drive or worry about being, being irresponsible.
Love it.
So we grabbed an Uber, hit downtown Riverside, had an amazing time at the game lab. What was your favorite game over there at the game lab, Abigail?
I think we're kicking it at the pinball machines.
Oh, we were. Yeah.
Ooh.
But Abby always cheats. She kind of like knocks the pinball machine when it's getting close and stuff like that. It always says tilt. I don't know what that means, but
I think he's just deflecting.
I think so too.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
asking about these video games. You
Hey.
didn't bring up this bar last time.
yes. And so we had a good time over there, and we're like, hey, let's go to Pixels, go a little bar hopping right in the area. And we first, Abby, why don't you talk about how we first got denied entrance for or a Vista or whatever.
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. The ladies were so rude. I mean, I had a blunt rolled up in my bag.
We had a
sealed.
jazz cigarette rolled up, nice little blunt marijuana cigarette rolled up.
It was nicely sealed as well, might
Yeah.
I add, and obviously untouched or unburned.
Yeah.
Would not allow us in and told us that we had to throw it away or they wouldn't allow us in at all. We couldn't even like go to our car and put it away, they said.
Yeah, they said.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They said dump it or
Get rid of your full gram.
Yeah.
Just throw away
No
your money.
way.
Yeah, so because I said,
So you
we're
guys
just gonna.
left?
Oh, definitely just
yeah.
left.
Yeah,
And
that's ridiculous.
it's wild though because, I mean, we had about 4 cigars on us, correct? One of them was filled with weed in it. One of them had marijuana in it, and
Disneyland doesn't even search me as much as those ladies did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But
I swear.
But my argument was, well, if we can, they didn't have an issue with the cigars, or if we had cigarettes, they wouldn't have cared about that.
No.
Their problem was that, oh, it's weed, and I was like, well, it's legal. Like, I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not
In
gonna spark up a
public, we're not-
blunt in the middle of a dance
your-
floor
in your
that's
bar.
inside. Yeah, inside the bar. I mean, if I did that with a cigar or a cigarette, I'd get kicked out just the same. I mean, they don't expect you to do that there. And so that was pretty ridiculous. So I'm like, hey, let's go try Pixels. You know, I know they're a little bit more mellow usually. And we go in line, and same thing happens. You know, I go in first, and I'm fine, and then I see Abby behind me. No, just with her purse in her hand. They're not letting the
Oh,
same.
already felt
No.
it.
Yeah, same story,
I
same
felt
story.
it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. So we aren't able to go in there, and I have the same conversation with the security guard there. He's being a little rude with me for no reason. I'm just like, well, it's legal. Weed's legal. He's like, nah, man. So some gentleman at the bar, outside balcony, the patio area. Andrew, you've been there with me. We've had a couple beers there. It's like you could smoke cigarettes there. And he asks what we have on us, and I'm like, oh man, just a weed cigarette. Like, we got a blunt on us. And he's like, oh man, you can throw it in our car. Just throw it it's right here in the front. So we have it in the little car in the hood area. And so finally we're like, hey, can we walk in now? So they let us walk in. And to the security guard who was being a little rude to me, I'm like, hey, can I go in now? He's like, yeah. So I was like, walked in, just politely said, hey, don't worry about it, player. It'll grow in one day. And I was talking
About his mustache.
I was talking about his facial hair because this man had a very patchy mustache.
And someone stroked a nerve.
Yeah, I stroke a nerve evidently. I thought what I was saying was off the cuff little sure I was being smart, but I didn't think so. He just immediately is like, nope,
Wasn't happening.
and I continue to walk, trying to ignore him, and I just feel him put his hand on my shoulder, trying to be all aggressive, and he's like, nope, you gotta get out, and I was just laughing the entire time. And so Abby, you said he body shamed me when I was leaving, right?
He did. He did. Maybe you'll lose some of that baby fat one day.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
For
but
real. It was
So you guys
ridiculous.
are trading some blows.
no, but I honestly, I've been kicked out of enough bars and seen enough people kicked out of bars where I know if you argue with the security guard, you just look like the drunk jerk. So
He
there,
was just looking for something to say.
yeah, so I was just laughing the entire time, and I said, "Okay, buddy," and it was a beautiful thing. I felt like I won that mental battle of chess. You know what I mean? That mental game of chess.
You did. You did. He was the immature one.
Oh yeah.
He was the immature one.
Oh, it was beautiful. I definitely felt like he was gonna cry in the car.
So Abigail, the story checks out. You didn't,
Oh,
you didn't-
100%. Yeah, I have.
I wasn't
honestly, that was a
yeah.
first for me as well. I've never been treated like that personally.
So Pixels in Riverside, get it together, you guys. Yeah.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Cut it
Out.
Come on.
Is that
Come
our new
on.
segment?
You know
Cut it out.
Ow. We should start with yeah.
That's our new segment. Get it together and cut it out.
You know
Get it
what? dude?
together.
Okay, I'm gonna brush through my story real quick.
Let's go.
So anytime my ID gets scanned, it shows up. I don't think I've ever showed you the picture unless I've told you, but it shows up that I'm banned from a bar in San Diego. So anytime I get my ID scanned,
So
any
you-
bar, any club, I'm red flag, dude.
Fans and listeners,
What did
fans,
you do,
fans
Andrew?
and listeners of the show know
This
you
is
were
new.
a longtime resident of San Diego, so you must have caused some problems.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit of a problem, but
Uh-huh.
it wasn't too big.
Right.
To make it a short story, long story short, we were doing
Short, long
bottomless
story.
mimosas. We took Carissa for the first time in San Diego to go do bottomless.
San Diego.
She got pretty lit. All of us did. We were all
Yes.
having a great time.
Yeah.
We're all having a great time. So we went to the next bar, finished bottomless, went to go get a drink, and then Carissa vanished. She was gone. Nobody saw her for like an hour.
Whoa.
We're all blowing
Yeah.
her phone up. We're blowing her phone up. We're trying to find her, and Antonia's looking up and down the beach. We're looking, chasing, and then we walk out to the bar. We ask the security guy. We say, hey, is it cool if we make a phone call, go check the beach, and just come back and not have to wait in the long line? He's like, yeah, go for it. He let Antonia go. He let me go. We didn't see her, so we'll go check the bathroom upstairs. We're coming back in. He's like, whoa. He's like, she could come in. You can't. He's like, you just got kicked out. I'm like, what? What do you mean I got kicked out, dude? I was like, I just asked you if I could walk down here. He's like, no. He's like, I don't remember that, man. Bro. I was like, you're kidding me, dude. I was like, you're going to make me go way back in the line. He's like, no, you can't come back in. You got kicked out. I'm like, what? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, my sister's in here. All my friends are in here. I was like, I didn't even leave. That's what happened. So then I thought I was smart. I went to go walk to the front, and I'm like, oh, there's no way he's going to tell people. Like, no one kicked me out. I don't feel bad trying to sneak back in. I didn't get kicked out.
So you're waiting in line?
Little I know, as I'm walking to go win that line, 2 security guards come and chase me. Like, buddy, I already told you can't come in. Like, oh, no.
Now at this point, you could have been sober as heck, and you just look like a drunk jerk.
Yeah. And I'm like, no. And then my friend, who was a big guy and he was drunk, he comes up, he's like, they're not letting you in either. And I'm like, oh, this is who they think I'm associated with. I'm like, Kyle, chill, Kyle. I was like,
I don't understand why they think we're a little drunk, man.
It was so bad.
Don't understand what the issue is here.
I'm not being aggressive.
Yep. And so then the head guy comes over. He's like, hey, I can't let you guys back in. You both got kicked out. I'm like, hey, dude, my girlfriend's in there. Can you at least just get her and tell her, like, what's happening? You're not letting me back in. And my friend is just chirp away. And I'm like, dude, stop.
Awesome.
And then we wait another hour. Carissa answers. She says she's on the beach, passed out. We go and get her. And I tell her, like, dude, I've been looking for you for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, I didn't know where you were. She's like, they weren't letting me in the bar. She's like, what? She gets up, super mad, and goes and yells at the security guard in the face again. And that was it, dude. So, that was it. And then I go to North Carolina. I'm trying to get into like this pinball bar arcade, video arcade. Dude. We just Ubered there. It was the first bar of the day.
Sounds fun.
I scanned my ID. It was like 3 months later. And the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. I can't let you in. I'm like, what? Why? He was like, it says you have a band from some PB Shore Club in San Diego. I'm like, no
Whoa.
way.
So how is it, so what, are they associated in some way?
No,
or?
dude, I don't know if you've noticed, but these new bar systems, like they'll have like, when you're walking up, they'll scan your ID and then they'll take like a picture of you. But it's not like it's like throughout the country. Like it's whatever bars buy into the system.
Okay.
That they do it. So I mean, they had the same system as that PB one, and then it happened to me in Colorado. But what I do now is I carry my passport around, and then there are people that are cool though that they'll scan my ID and they'll pull me aside and say, hey, so what happened? And they'll like, they'll gauge me. They'll see if I'm super wasted or not.
Adju, it ain't no softy, but he's a freaking sweetheart for sure. So that is that is hilarious. You got 86 from the bar, and not only that, straight up banned from all the bars associated with that apparently.
Dude, if you cut to a song, I'm going to send you a picture. I'll find the picture of it.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it, and it says I'm a menace to society, dude. Like, it seriously says extremely violent, super case scenario. It's bad, dude.
That sounds like you, honestly. I think you got like the charge that your homie was like, he was probably getting.
Does he have the same thing?
No, he doesn't. He went back to that same bar.
What?
Because he didn't know that I had that ban.
Yeah.
He just went back to that same bar, and he was texting in the group message, and I was like, hey, dude, be careful, because I have a ban from that day. He's like, well, if you got banned, he's like, I for sure got banned.
Right, yeah.
He went straight in.
His charge was like being polite and trying to calm down his friend.
Just had an issue with you. It sounds like they just had an issue with you.
Yeah, or I think they switched it out. I think you got that's a classic case of the mix-up.
You know what? I will say I did play a little bit of a smart aleck.
Yeah.
In the sense I'm like, all right, big guy. I'm like, relax. Like it's not like. I'm like, wait, and then he just smiled and is like looking at me with his glasses. I'm like, dude, I'm like, chill.
How did he know your name? Like, cause
They went through the pictures. So they
Oh, wow. There it is.
When he walked in, and that's what they got. That's how they got me, dude. So he personally vendetted me. He knew who the big white guy was that was yelling at him.
Wow.
He knew it wasn't me.
Yeah.
He did not. It was like one of those, oh, don't worry, buddy. It'll grow in one day. It was one of those.
Yeah. If you
And
thought
he
you
said,
were
"Watch
petty
what I can
before.
do." And he did it.
Oh, my goodness. That's amazing.
If you wanna cut to a song, I'll find this picture.
All right,
and,
we'll cut into a Different Kind of Man by Greaseball, and we'll be right back in about 2 minutes.
Appreciate it.
Turn a man into a different kind of man. This is something we don't understand. I'm finally back from my travels, y'all. I learned jujitsu, I took shrooms, played basketball. I learned to rebound and stand out in casting calls. I learned to get my head ripped off with no facts involved. I screwed it back on, walked up and carried again. They tried to hang me from the rafters and bury my friends. I said, oh hell no, you wanna Shakespeare's like Othello? I watched as the beer turn their legs into jello. Many long days in my growth, 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 in my growth. I'll learn one day from the words that you say. Here, let me write it down in my notes, in my notes. They're affixed right to the back of the that I don't give. Lies that I won't live. Try for the facts here. Find that as bullshit. I might have missed my shot, but you ain't hiding from a full clip. Let me have my day. I can be great, and I can be grand, and I can be a different kind of man. I'ma be fly, and they won't know why. I'ma be that way till I die. That's the plan. I could never fake. I could never fold. I could be cool but never cold. These haters try to take away your shine. Tell them fuck all that you're getting, none of mine. Keep on grinding anyway. You'll never see me running from a battle. Usually the loud ones just only wanna babble. I'm the type to send your arm back where you came from. Down in the depths here we stacked and we came back laughing. Never catch me packing it on in. Are we haunted by the past or are we saddened to begin? Are we happy when it lasts? Are we anxious for the end? One day I'ma make it back to you. We'll laugh about it then. I spent so many moons all alone crying tears. Then I rose to the heights, gained respect of my peers. I started in my room all alone writing rhymes. And those very same rhymes brought me love so many times. So fuck a critic, I couldn't ask for more. Not too bad for a kid who came up fat and poor. Not too bad for a kid who ain't those things no more. And they ain't even seen what I still got in store when I say I can be great, and I can be grand, and I can be a different kind of man. I'ma be fly, and they won't know why. I'ma be that way till I die. That's the plan. I could never fake, I could never fold. I could be cool but never cold. These haters try to take away your shine. Tell them fuck all that you're getting, none of mine. Keep on grinding anyway. I'm still grinding anyway. I'm still shining anyway. I'm a different kind of man.
Oh man, good old Greaseball, huh?
Dude, I love that song.
I know that one's a classic. Everyone, go check out Greaseball. He was on the show. Was it last week? Yeah, last week.
Last week.
Yeah, he's always pumping out some classic jams. Some might say jammy jams. But I wouldn't. But some might.
Damn, well, dude, I love the jams.
You like the jammy jams?
I
Yes.
love the jammy jams.
All right, Andrew, Abby, you guys are supposed to talk now while I download this this photo that Andrew just sent me.
You didn't even get it yet.
I got it. I'm come on, man. I got
the
I want to put it on the
service over
screen. What was it?
We don't have the best service over here.
Yeah, there you go. At least she's not like Andrew, who usually just bullies our freaking engineer around.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do bully him around a little bit.
Yeah.
He just never. He's not on it like a Jamie would be. Someone like that.
Maybe if you didn't body shame me so much about my baby fat. Maybe that guy wasn't making fun of me, telling me to get rid of my baby fat. Abby forgot to mention that I was wearing a lot of baby fat clothing. I don't know if you remember Fat Farm and Baby Fat. And here is the photo. Everyone, check out on KCAAradio.com. We're streaming right now. Or let me flip that upside down. Let's see if I can flip that. Let's go. I could definitely flip it, but do I want to? Sure. Oh.
I'm on Yelp. Now, I wanted to see if Yelp has some bad reviews for that club, and it says this place is a communist club.
Wait. Oh, which spot?
The PB Shortclub, the one I got kicked
Yes,
out of.
okay.
So I just looked it up on Yelp. I wanted to see if they have any bad reviews. I was like, oh, yeah, they are.
Okay, so let's hear some of the bad reviews. Give them a shout out one more time because they suck, Andrew.
They suck.
Well, what is the business name?
it's PB Shore Club in Pacific Beach, San Diego.
Yeah,
so
don't
anyone's
go
gonna
there. Don't go there,
down
guys.
there to Pacific Beach. Don't go there. There's a lot of better bars. You go to Duck Dive. You can go to Mavericks. You can go to Backyard. All of them are better. All of them are a lot better. This one was just the middle stop. This was we were already drunk, so we didn't want to go to good places yet. But yeah, so one of the reviews says this place is a communist club. He's like, just because a buddy of mine was using his military ID to get in, they wouldn't let him in, and it's a military ID.
That is
That's
kind of crazy.
wild.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
It's illegal use of ID. So I mean, it seems like a lot of these like things are same. Another girl says same thing happened to me and my friends last time I came in. The bouncer was a dick, and
You're fine.
he said the bouncer was a dick, and he did not allow me and my friends to. What does it say? Oh, deal. No, that's just date of birth. Well, I guess didn't let me and my friends on her 21st birthday come in. I mean, there's just so many things about these bartenders, or like the security guys. I guess one guy is just. He's always has his glasses on day or night, and he just never helps out with anything. I don't know. All these things are bad.
Yeah. Well, I
I
imagine.
don't know, maybe you're blind shaming the security guard.
That's what it sounds like, Andrew. And now the photo's up proper on KCAAradio.com for all the people who are watching the live stream. And, we'll see it on YouTube as well. Just check out Palm Trees in Progress. Thanks for all the listeners tuning in live currently on NBC KCAA. What was it?
What'd you think of it? What it said on there?
Let's see. Let's.
Hold up. I gotta get my hang on my glasses.
She has to get her glasses. She's a lady. Let's see. Causing problems, refused to leave, became very aggressive and threatening at the front door. Threatened violence, extremely serious.
Signed
Alex.
Alex, what's your deal, man? What happened? Did you maybe sleep with Alex's girlfriend before or something? Is that what was going on?
Dude, Alex had his glasses on. He had his glasses on too. He couldn't even see. He didn't even know, man.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy. Yeah, so I mean, anytime my ID is scanned through like a bar that has that system, that's what pops up flashing red on their screen.
And look at that menacing photo.
It's so bad,
It's
right? The one from the bar is all black. You can't even see me. And then the one next to it is just me stiff.
How old do you think you were in that photo? Like 17, 18 in the ID photo?
15 and a half.
Isn't that crazy? How often do they make us get new driver's licenses?
I
Well, I
have to
was
get mine
supposed to
refreshed.
at 21,
Yeah.
but because of COVID, I was able to get it renewed without having to go into the DMV and take a picture. They just sent me my ID.
How old are you, Andrew?
26.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I was like, COVID? You didn't turn 21 during COVID, you liar. Are you doing what I do when I say I'm 20-something years old? Which doesn't even work anymore. Which really doesn't even work anymore now that I'm the big 30-something years old. It worked for a while, for at least 10 years.
Well, dude, I had the up and down ID until I was 24.
Oh, wow. Throwback. Up and down and side to side.
I lost it at 20, and then I got a new one at 20. So then it was good for 4 more years. So I'm like, why am I going to go pay for the sideways one? 4 more years. And then this happened. And so now I have a real one. So it's good. But with the baby picture still. Every time a bartender will see me, they're like, dude, you need to get this changed. I'm like, I know, man. But I don't.
Yeah, for real. It's like, I feel like I'm allowing a child into the bar with this photo.
Yeah, I can see how that might be a problem.
Yeah. Oh, man. I guess we could try you want to try our best to cover the news, Andrew?
Yeah, let's get on these news articles.
Let's get up into this news. This is the news song. We're doing the news song live.
Everyone loves the news
song live. One of these days we're gonna record a news song. Like, we have all of the equipment.
I know. I was gonna say we should.
I don't even need it to be like electronic instruments. I could do it live if I want. I could do it all live. But
sometimes I'm trying to get him to like cuddle at night, and he's working on his music. Should be doing it with him.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I just get this.
Just do it next week. We'll record it next week.
We'll record it next week. Oh, when you're gonna be
coming into the studio.
Hey, he's gonna be.
Oh.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to you, and we're looking forward to you're Andrew. Do you want to announce who's gonna be our guest next week?
Yeah. No, definitely. So next week we have. I don't know if anyone's familiar with. His name is @SucksToBeYou. He is on Instagram. He's on Twitter, TikTok. I mean, he kind of blew up in the pandemic. I know I was telling you about him a couple times, but he's a plant guy. He He's from the IE. He loves, he'll walk around. He has this like cart full of plants, and then he also has his music that he sells. I know you met him up, or you met with him at the.
Yeah, at the Vegan Fest in a little vegan, what do they call it? Farmers Market. In the Vegan Farmers Market in Fairmount Park in Riverside. Yeah, Abby was looking at me kind of confused right now when you said, "Ad sucks to be you." Yeah, because he's a succulent. He sells succulents and plants of all types, so that's why it's a little clever like that. And he was a real nice guy. He's a DJ as well. He grew up DJing and really puts on for the IE. I believe they have he has an installment in the Chicano Arts Museum in Riverside that is owned.
Ran by Cheech, right?
Ran by Cheech, yes. Ran by Cheech. Yeah, so during one of the days, like one of the first opening days, he was there with Cheech and, he was there together and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah.
He's a real cool guy. He hooked me up with a awesome vinyl of Redman and Method Man's the Blackout album. So come on, let's go.
Dude, that's sweet. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So I think he's a really cool guy. I'm excited to have him on. I know I've been watching his TikToks for like a year or two now, so it'll be cool to see him in person. And hopefully everyone tunes in next week. We're going to have him on, and maybe he'll be able to hear our first news song.
Yeah, I love it. I got Andrew, I hope that you take over next week's interview for the most part, since you follow him on TikTok and stuff like that. I'll take the backseat on that. I'll take the backseat. Yes.
Next year.
So in the first article that I read, Andrew, I sent you this one, and Abby, you wrote a little bit about this too. A New York woman scammed by two 10-year-olds for $1,000. A woman in Central Park was approached by two 10-year-olds asking to borrow her phone so they could call their mom, but instead of calling home, they used her Venmo app to send $1,000 to a business account with no phone number attached and labeled Black Lives Matter. So, thoughts?
Dude, my first thoughts, genius.
Genius. What a bunch of cool kids, you know what I mean?
Dude, I think that's creative. Like, what? How do you think to do that?
I was a sucker trying to sell lemonade as a kid and stuff. Like, these guys got it figured out. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to use Venmo.
And it's to a business account on Venmo that has no trace to them.
Yep, exactly. So do you think they were trained for that, or what kind of stuff is that?
I see this picture and in New York. It's a city full of millions, almost a billion people. It's crazy. So yeah, I do think it's part of one of those things where, they're probably trained.
So some questionable parenting skills over there.
Makes me grateful.
Yes, yeah. Abby, do you want to share the story that Michael shared with us yesterday about you and some kids getting hustled by about a 10-year-old?
Oh, he wasn't. We're actually not sure what his age was.
If you had to gauge what his age was, I will tell you what Michael said.
8.
Okay.
My gauge was 8, but my best friend's was what, like 10 to 12?
Maybe 10, 12 or something like that.
I think he was.
And what did he keep referring to this child as? I think POS kid or something like that.
Yeah,
or maybe S head kid or something like that.
He looked a little strange. I mean, I don't know. It was really odd. I just saw a kid. I was visiting my best friend a while back and saw a kid walking alone by himself on the street, and he asked me to use my best friend's restroom as I was pulling into his apartment complex.
Red flag.
Oh.
And I said, I don't know. It seems so odd. And I asked him, I was like, well, where's your mom? Do your parents or family live within the complex? And he said, yeah, he was on his way to his mom's, but he really needed to just use a restroom real quick. So I was like, all right, I'll see, and I'll ask my best friend. Honestly, my hope was really that my best friend would be the bad guy, and he would say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm uncomfortable with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. He was like, well, okay, I guess. This kid comes in and takes, 20 minutes in the bathroom, and then, stinks up the whole apartment, actually, if I'm going to be honest, and took my his boyfriend's prescription allergy meds with him.
So he stole the prescription pills out of the medicine cabinet in the restroom. And making the restroom smell would be forgivable had he not stole.
And you know what? In hindsight, it could have been $1,000 that got stolen.
Well, how? Why would he have Okay, why would Michael and Tommy have $1,000 in their restroom?
I don't know. He asked to use our phone to call his mom.
Okay, all right, let's go. There you go.
What I'm saying. This is scary. When you sent me this, I'm like, wow. Like, I never realized, because I would be that guy.
Right? Because, like, I mean, how do you say no to a kid?
Yeah.
It's a kid.
Like, sure,
yeah, I get
take
that.
My phone. I would feel like the fool. Honestly, I would only blame myself because I'm like, you're right. I'm like, I just got hoodwinked. They got me.
It's funny because we read this article about yesterday and stuff, and Michael and Abby shared the story with me yesterday.
Prior to even hearing about this.
Yeah, and then we go to downtown Redlands yesterday, and there was a gentleman who came up and was like, basically asking for if we could buy him a meal or something. But towards his pitch, like at the beginning of his pitch, I was like, is he going to ask to borrow one of our phones? And
is he paranoid now?
Yeah, I'm all paranoid. I'm like, thank goodness I don't have a Venmo app. I do have an OnlyFans, but I mean, like, I don't think he could take money out of that. Should follow me, Palmtrees in Progress OnlyFans.
Oh, being a server and want to say how much cash I actually did have on me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. So that was funny, but I definitely thought I was being like, oh no, what's going on? Andrew, we got a couple.
Of money.
Yes.
Oh.
Kick it down.
No. Speaking of money.
Speaking of moolah.
Let's talk about that article that you sent me about that one virtual rapper.
Ooh, virtual rapper. Okay. What? FN Mecca. Virtual rapper FN Mecca. I guess he just got dropped by Capitol Records after backlash over racist stereotypes. So people may not know because he just recently, Capitol Records just recently announced signing a artificial intelligent artist or whatever. So they were the first major label to sign one, a virtual rapper, and I guess they had a partnership with some AI company. But everyone felt like he was kind of a caricature of hip hop culture. And Capitol Music recently sent out an apology, saying sorry for everything they did. But what I thought was pretty fun, all of this is hilarious. But when FN Mecca's record deal was announced, they released a single. And can you guess who was on that feature?
Travis Scott.
I wish it was Travis Scott. That's a pretty good guess.
That was a really good guess.
Yeah, Travis Barker or who's another top 40s artist? Gunna. It was Gunna.
It was Gunna?
Yeah, Gunna, who's still locked up, I believe, right? Off the RICO charge.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, off the RICO charge, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's still locked up and haven't been able to talk to a lot of his associates. But yeah, so he was featured on anyone, who listens to trap music or hip hop is a big fan of Gunna. So they were definitely, trying to pander to a certain audience.
And I was going to say, and I get it. I get what they're doing with this stuff. I mean, I was even freaking out when I was like, Capitol Records just signed an AI. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what are we really doing anymore? Like, everything's all about the quick, like, it's like a quick...
some kind of NFT, huh?
Like how about Amazon Fresh? Have we heard of that one? Have you heard of that one, babe?
Oh, was that a grocery store?
It's a grocery store. It's all virtual. So you take the cart in and you scan each thing, and you scan each item as you go grocery shopping on the cart, and you pay at the cart.
Okay,
right?
So you walk into the store or no?
There are no associates in there.
Oh,
None.
you're right. I have heard of them. Where's the closest? Do you know where anyone's are?
Where is?
There is actually one in Marietta.
Yeah, and there's no cash, huh? Like there's no
cash. It's all digital.
Yeah.
So like Smart Pay, Bitcoin.
Yeah, or it's like just like paying off of Amazon. I do remember hearing about that basically when you would walk in, your scanner or whatever is going to be attached to your Amazon account already.
Oh,
so whatever,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever bank account or credit card or debit card you have attached to your Amazon account, that's what would usually
just
pay.
Log into the cart.
Yeah, so that is crazy, huh?
And charge as you go.
I mean, if the price is there, the price is going to be there. Unfortunately,
the only concern is no more jobs with that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean,
true.
Someone has to stock the shelves.
Someone's gonna have to stock. Well, I don't know, man. I heard they have like robots doing that nowadays.
Robots are coming, dude. They're next.
They
Robots
got
are
people.
next,
Yeah, they got electronics doing that too.
I hear a lot about Amazon's like what is it? Is it their packing or picking or something like that? They have a
Yeah.
lot of robots doing stuff like that in the warehouses.
in their warehouses.
Yeah. So
Yep. I did hear about that. I mean, dude, it does suck. It really sucks to see like jobs like that go away. And then, I mean, they also own Whole Foods too, Amazon.
Oh,
At the same
okay.
time, I mean, I don't know if you've heard it. I think the nickname's it's your whole paycheck.
Yeah. All that organic food usually is, huh?
Oh, it's just insane, man. There was one time I had a coworker that was telling me, he was like, I don't get why he was just thinking some way, but he was like, I don't get why. He's like, poor people can't like eat healthy. I was like, because it costs money.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to be healthy. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, you just go to the store, you buy the fruit and vegetables, you cook it all. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dude, but most of these poor parents are like working 10-hour shifts.
Yeah. What is it?
I don't
What is
have
it
an
like?
hour to cook a fully.
Less than $5 for a Happy Meal.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah,
$5 pizzas at Little Caesars,
exactly. Salads are what?
Yeah.
How much is like a personal salad?
like $8.
Exactly.
And they had the time and that. Yeah, dude. So it was just one of those funny things. I'm like, but it sucks. It's like, why we get punished for wanting to eat healthy? We have to pay more money if we want
Yeah.
to eat healthy.
Yeah.
And
then criticized for not being able to.
you know what? You got to cut that out. We gotta
Cut that out.
out.
Hey, Whole Foods, organic foods, get it together.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Cut it
Cut
out.
it
Cut
out.
Cut those prices.
Before we get to the next article, Andrew, talking about robots and taking out jobs, I recently went to a sushi restaurant where I had one of the cutest servers and waitresses ever that I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, someone went without me.
Yes, oh my gosh, dude. I'm pretty sure the server was flirting with me. It was a spot in Chino, I believe, that all of the you got served by robots. Little robots going around the whole restaurant, giving you your food and drinks and stuff, and then they had the sushi on the conveyor belts. That's a little bit more normal, but for your drinks and other like ramen food and stuff, a little robot would come. It just you would take it off.
Wait, really? You didn't tell me about that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looked.
Was she a baddie? Was
Oh
the
my
robot
gosh.
a baddie?
See, I was.
She
little
was a
jealous,
baddie with a
honestly.
fatty because she was thick. She kind of looked like that Jetsons robot. Her name is escaping me right now. But I'm sorry, Mr.
But
Jetsons.
she obeyed, huh?
Oh, she was a sub.
See, he's just making it worse. I was already jealous about him going
Yeah.
without me to begin with.
It kind of looked like a Roomba, like the same diameters of a Roomba, maybe a little wider, but just super tall, like probably like 4. I mean, not super tall, but like 4 feet. You know what I mean? It's a taller.
Dang, that's still pretty big.
Yeah, it was gnarly. It was gnarly for sure. It was awesome. Yeah.
gotta
And I'm
send me
glad
that
I
place.
went with my
What
best
was
friends
that
instead of my
place?
girlfriend. I'll send you after the show. I don't remember what it is right now. You know what, Andrew? I think it was in Orange County. I went after a show. Yeah, I went to the Hangar 24 brewery out there in Orange. Have you ever checked it out?
It's in Orange now?
There's
I've
one
been
in
to
Orange.
in
There-
Chino.
Yeah, no, I think there's one in Chino and there's also one in it's like closer to Irvine. I don't know. But it was a good time. Yeah, I saw some bands over
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah.
Dude, there are the hangars over there, so maybe it is over there. I don't know.
Waka Waka.
But
Yeah,
Waka
so let's get into. I think we've got time for one more article. There was a let's go. I think Sleepwalking Man, huh? The Sleepwalking Man or Columbia? What are we talking?
Oh, I don't know. They're both pretty good.
how about we let the guest pick?
Guest, you pick.
I think Sleepwalking Man.
Love it. Okay,
Yeah.
man, you
We'll
think?
let her. Well, then let's let her.
Oh,
Let her
okay.
bring it in.
All right, I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna say something that I thought of right now. You thought you slept bad last night. You thought you had some. You thought you had a rough sleep last night.
And I thought I did.
Yeah.
I thought I did. I got bit up by mosquitoes, dude. I have 25 mosquito bites on me from my sleep last night.
Oh, did you? Ouch.
No, I'm not even no cap.
No cap.
Kid,
cap.
He's not wearing a hat. Listeners of the show, he's not wearing a
25
hat.
specifically? Did you count every single one?
No,
You just
he
had to
did.
make sure that you got each of
One,
them.
two,
On his
three.
head.
There's
Pull out those guns. His guns
Four,
are disappearing.
dude, yeah, look, I got my wrist everywhere. I got.
You could tell. You could tell it's broadcast. They know it's broadcasting in California. Political jokes. Let's go. Take that. So,
That was good. But yeah, I thought I did. But
Yeah.
tell me more. Could I have been worse? Could it have been worse?
yeah.
Well, you didn't chop off your own testicles last night in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
I'd say this guy probably had much worse sleep than you, man.
Yeah, he wins in the battle of who had a worse night, but you win by not accidentally chopping off your own testicles while sleepwalking. So,
Well, now I need to hear the story.
yes.
Abby, hit us with the story. How did this happen?
Man, and what was it, babe? Russia?
No, I think it was like Ghana. A man in Ghana, I believe. He was a farmer.
Okay, imagine that he was cooking dinner for his family and accidentally cut off his own testicles instead of, obviously, cooking dinner.
Yeah, whatever he thought he was cooking.
He was cooking dinner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he dreamt he was cooking dinner, and that's when he woke to his penis chopped off.
My curiosity really is like, where, when you're chopping, why is that where you're going, right?
Hey, you know what? You don't know what this guy's packing. Okay, so
I don't know
just
what
because
his
mine
feats are, you're
just because
right.
mine is closer to the edge of the table, doesn't mean this gentleman's it would be. Okay, so don't push that on him. You know.
That's crazy, dude. But
It's a great question, actually.
His own testicles.
His
Yes.
own-
Yeah. Yes, his own testicles.
I can't imagine
just-
that was a good thing to wake up to.
Man, I know. I mean, like the alarm.
I-
You think that alarm clock that Apple has is pretty bad?
I don't know. Maybe it was like a vasectomy gone bad, and the sleepwalking was just a bad excuse, you know?
Yeah, he was all probably like cheating on like his girlfriend. He got caught for cheating on someone, and like that's just the cover story.
Oh yeah, yeah. That seems more like.
That seems more like it.
Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
He didn't have enough
more
money
like
to
it.
pay the lady of the night, so she was just like, "Well, okay, this is mine."
I'm gonna have to take him.
Yoink, yoink.
What, have you guys ever sleptwalked? You guys ever have it? You guys ever done that before?
Not to my knowledge. Abby, do you have any stories of sleepwalking?
I don't, but my cousin actually walked out the
I have
door
a
as a
cousin, too.
kid into the neighbor's house in the middle of the night, knocked on their door.
Ooh.
So I grew up in the mountains too. Imagine that. So she had
That's
to.
freaky, dude.
Yep. She
That'd be
had
creepy.
to get out unlock the front door, walk down the entire flight of steps, and then down a very narrow driveway.
Oh man.
While
Across,
sleeping?
all while sleepwalking, and then across the street, or up the street, up another hill, and then up another set of stairs to the neighbor's door, and then finally knocked on it and passed out on their patio. My
Wow.
poor aunt. Oh man, my poor aunt. Imagine waking up and your daughter's just gone.
So how were they found? Did the neighbor just eventually?
The neighbor called
Okay,
and
okay.
let them know that my cousin was sleeping on their porch.
After your poor aunt was searching all over,
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
poor
oh
thing.
my gosh.
Yeah.
So what did your cousin say when?
She actually
cousin
has a
woke up?
history of sleepwalking, so sleepwalking was a pretty normal thing for her. That was just the furthest that she had gone.
I have a theory that she had an affair with the neighbor. And
Oh,
that
the
was
sweet old lady next door.
Yeah, yeah, she just sounds like a smoke show to me. Silver Fox, baby.
Oh yeah, her and her dog were.
Oh,
Yeah.
why did you get the dog involved?
Was there peanut butter?
It was just an empty jar of peanut butter next to them. Yeah, so that's my theory. That she got caught out one night and was like, "Oh, I was sleepwalking." She's all, "Honey, just tell her that you were sleepwalking. That'll be a good excuse."
I feel like this is already problematic considering my cousin was only like.
Stop! Hey, chill out. Come on. I did not know that. Trying to cancel me.
You know what? We gotta jump on this thing. I'm looking at this. Colombia looks to decriminalize cocaine. I wanna know
Okay,
your
it
guys'
was.
thoughts. I want to know your guys' thoughts.
Oh yes. Okay. So Colombia is the world's largest producer of cocaine. You know, in case you didn't know that. And I guess the origin of and the origin of more than 90% of seizures in the United States.
That
So
seems to add up.
That is, yeah, I guess it does seem to add up. Isn't it crazy that a lot of times too, like there are police reports where residents of Miami or Florida, you know, see bundles of cocaine wash up on shore and you know report to the
Right.
police. That is a thing that might happen that might happen if you live over
Man,
there.
those poor sea creatures over
When
there.
I was living in
They're all jacked out. Just oof.
Jeez. Dude, when I was living
Lucky
in
for
San Diego,
them.
I followed like all the local news, but there was at least once a month they'd like get ships or people coming over with like just thousands and tons of cocaine, weed, fentanyl. Like, dude, they would like have busts at least once a month. They would be on Instagram. They'd be like releasing the news on that. And I'm like, where?
Isn't that insane for weed to still be getting imported?
Busted.
To California.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
I don't know, man.
who's sending this?
Was working together.
Who's sending this bunk weed over here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
We grow it here.
Yeah, we grow it in our backyard outside, and it grows better than what I assume comes in a brick from another country.
Yeah, it's shipped over here.
Yeah, shipped over here. Oh man. So
But
I guess
it's crazy. So what do you think about that? Colombia looks to decriminalize it.
yeah. I mean, I understand why they would propose that, but I don't see it being doing any good. I understand in theory.
Revenue.
There you go.
Good revenue. I'm sure they're
Tourists,
bringing lots of money.
A lot of tourists are going to go over there. Yeah, I'm sure. Because
Yeah,
I imagine a lot of people go to Vegas nowadays, and people who wouldn't usually smoke weed or participate in cannabis consumption. Now that it's legal in Nevada and there's dispensaries all over there, I assume a lot of people go out there while they're drunk. They're like, hey, I'll experiment with this. So now that you're gonna have this whole country that has it legal, you're like, hey, maybe I'm gonna go. I want to go to the beaches in Colombia.
Well, see, what I'm thinking is like in New York City, like as soon as you get off the train stations, there's people left and right, man. They're just selling weed.
Okay.
They're just selling
yeah.
weed, and the cops are just all sitting there. They don't care.
Has it been decriminalized recently?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
last year it was or like 6 months ago it was
Yeah.
decriminalized. This is the first year.
yeah. 'Cause
But
people
there's
were
no
still
legal dispensary.
yes, yeah, because people were still getting incarcerated for like what the smallest amount of weed on them back over there.
Yeah,
Up until
they were,
recently.
and then they decriminalized it. But then I'm thinking like, so the only way you could go and purchase marijuana here is with a medical card. Like, I mean, like how it started in California.
Yeah, that's
How
what they're
most
gonna do. They're
dispensaries
probably
start.
gonna go through a similar process.
Right, but I just think about all those people and tourists that are getting off the train stations and all that. It's like, you don't even know if that's real weed. You don't even know what's in it.
Yeah.
It's just like, that right now. That's why I'm like, dude.
What if it's
get
laced?
Legal
Yeah.
dispensary. Yeah.
That sounds
That's
like
what
a
I mean. Get the
movie.
legal dispensary going.
That sounds like a movie of someone going off of going into Venice and just everyone selling weed over there. Like,
Yeah.
that is insane. Heck
It's
yeah.
crazy. So I mean, that's why I mean, like, get the legal stuff quicker because then you could regulate it. Then you
Yeah.
can feel safe about it. But like right now, the decriminalized part is like
Yeah.
the worst part. 'Cause
Yeah.
Everyone can just do whatever. They can
Exactly.
sell whatever they want.
Yep. And I mean, when we got about a minute before we got to get out of here, but when Colorado legalized it, within the first week or so, they pulled like a crazy amount of money for public schools, for public parks, and just with that regulation, you got to see this revenue go towards the community as opposed to people who are on the black market still and illegally selling drugs. Well,
Right.
but yeah.
I mean, cocaine's a little
good. I
stronger
think
than
it's
weed.
good. I mean, not
Right.
the Columbia thing. But I think like how it's goes go back to the community. I think
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
But all right, like you said, we got a minute left, so you close us out, cuz.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Palm Trees in Progress Presents on NBC KCAA. And Abby, thank you for stepping in and being our guest host. We appreciate you. And Andrew, Berkeley Big Dog, thank you for being the better half of the show as always. Do you guys want to say anything before we get out of here?
Kick it off to Abby. She can sign us off.
Sign us off. Well, you got anything to say, Big Dog?
I don't.
Very anticlimactic. All right. Thanks for everyone to tuning in. We will be back next week. Have a good one.
Be safe out there, guys. Love you.
KCAA Loma Linda. Listen on 1050 AM.